okay? For instance, you'll see a guy headlining at the Spear. They probably be getting a couple of $1 million. But you'll see a guy on the undercard of a big show probably making more money than that guy.
Floyd, I saw a thing this morning, him talking about keeping his money clean, stuffing hundreds of thousands of dollars in a plastic bag. These guys don't need money. A lot of times when you get these great champions fighting well past their prime, it's to make cash.
Terence Crawford will whoop his ass. He would beat Floyd Mayweather. I'm telling you right now, he will beat Floyd Mayweather too.
Terence Crawford has openly criticized Floyd Mayweather, claiming the boxing icon only seeks fights for financial gain. Crawford makes it clear he has no interest in facing Mayweather and never even imagined fighting him. In his view, such matchups aren't about proving greatness, but about generating hype and big paydays. According to Crawford, Mayweather is more focused on money than competition, staging exhibitions after retirement. While acknowledging Mayweather's era, Crawford insists this time belongs to him, and he won't let money-driven demands distract him from what he's already achieved in boxing.
But I know how you is. You be sizing niggas up, bro. Keep it a stack. Did you in your head size up Floyd? Like, you know what I'm saying? If we was ever, keep it real, boss. Keep it real.
I'm never that type of guy. I think that's some grimy shit. Always been happy for him, been a fan of his, and I never imagined us fight. Yeah. I never looked at him like, man, I know I'll be this.
But you capping, bro. I never thought like fantasy fight me versus Floyd, nah.
Never. I never just was with a person and looked at him like, man, I'll be this. Never. That's some hating type shit to me.
Like plotting.
I ain't never been that type of person ever.
Critics argue that Floyd Mayweather's recent boxing appearances have less to do with athletic legacy and more to do with financial gain. Once celebrated for his defensive brilliance and unmatched record, Mayweather has now shifted toward exhibition bouts that generate massive paychecks, but offer little sporting value. Analysts point out how he flaunts his wealth, suggesting he no longer needs the money, yet continues to pursue these fights. This has led many to conclude that post-retirement, Mayweather's focus has shifted entirely toward money-making ventures rather than true competitive challenges, leaving some fans disappointed with the direction of his career.
Floyd, I saw a thing this morning, him talking about keeping his money clean, stuffing hundreds of thousands of dollars in a plastic bag. These guys don't need money. A lot of times when you get these great champions fighting well past their prime, it's to make cash. We see it a lot. These two don't seem to need the money. So I don't understand the need to do this. When talked about it, Mike Tyson said, I still can't believe Floyd wants to really do this. It's going to be detrimental to his health, but he wants to do it. So it's signed and it's happening. Hey, when Mike fought Jake Paul, a lot was made of him being 58 years old. He's in tremendous shape. I mean, I saw him, and even in there, right? He couldn't get going at the rate that he expected, but early, he was fighting like Mike Tyson. Floyd Mayweather's much younger, but he's so much smaller. So I get why Mike is like, yo, I don't know what this dude wants to do. Because there was a world where no one would ever thought that those guys would end up in the ring together. And again, they don't need money. I imagine, though, it's going to be a boatload of money.
Former world champion Timothy Bradley has been outspoken about the hypothetical matchup between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather. According to him, Mayweather historically struggled against southpaws, and Crawford's versatile style would give Floyd serious problems. Bradley insists Crawford possesses the tools Mayweather cannot handle: switch hitting ability, sharp timing, and adaptability in the ring. He dismisses Floyd's untouchable reputation, claiming Crawford's dynamic approach could break through his defense. Bradley even suggests Mayweather isn't that good when faced with fighters like Crawford, further fueling debates between both fan bases.
Absolutely. But Terence Crawford will whoop his ass. He would beat Floyd Mayweather. I'm telling you right now, he will beat Floyd Mayweather too. He will beat him too. He got everything it takes to beat Floyd. Floyd struggled in the first half against Zab Judah. Zab Judah, a damn terrific fighter, Terrific fighter, but he ain't no damn Terence Crawford. Especially from the southpaw position. Floyd didn't like fighting southpaws. Floyd reached with that right hand. You think he's gonna reach against one of the best back foot counterpunchers in the game? He gonna reach with that right hand against Crawford? He gonna get slept reaching with that backhand, the way he reaches with that. That level change backhand he throws too, man, that bull jab he does too, that ain't gonna work. That is not gonna work. Floyd got a 72-inch reach. Yeah, he had quickness, fast reflexes. However, Crawford got all of that too. He got all of that too. And he got a 75-inch reach. Great counterpuncher. Can concentrate all night. Can put pressure on Floyd. He can even invite Floyd in. Yep. I noticed. Floyd's not having success. He started to step on the gas. That's what he do. And he gonna run into problems with Crawford because Crawford hits harder than him. Crawford is the most complete fighter that I've ever witnessed.
On the other side of the debate, many analysts believe it's unfair to compare Crawford to Mayweather. They argue that Floyd's resume includes a long list of elite fighters. While Crawford's achievements are impressive, he hasn't faced the same level of competition throughout his career. According to this view, such comparisons lack balance. These voices stress that Mayweather's greatness is already cemented, whereas Crawford is still building his case and should not be placed on the same pedestal prematurely.
Like Bud is the second coming of Mayweather, y'all got the game fucked up. Mayweather actually didn't get hit. Bud gets hit by dudes that, like, who on Bud's resume is an equivalent of someone on Floyd's resume? So that's it right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, Floyd not getting hit by elites, Bud getting hit by non-elites, and somehow y'all think Canelo not about to touch him.
Boxing commentator Showbiz the Adult offered a bold perspective, claiming Terence Crawford deserves to be ranked above Mayweather for one key reason. He highlighted Crawford's victory over Canelo Alvarez, stressing that Floyd, despite his greatness, would never have taken such a risky fight in the way Crawford did. Showbiz points out that Crawford moved up in weight and faced a dangerous opponent in his prime, while Floyd was far more calculated about choosing opponents and timing fights. For him, that risk factor elevates Crawford's legacy beyond Mayweather's carefully managed career. It is an opinion that challenges the narrative of Floyd being untouchable in boxing history.
Why is Terence Bud Crawford greater than Floyd Mayweather? Or better than Floyd Mayweather? Greater is a little bit different. Greater is impact, resume, all that shit, but better. Terence Bud Crawford, after what he did last night, is better than Floyd Mayweather because there is no way Floyd Mayweather would attempt to do that crazy shit. See, that's the insane Sugar Ray Leonard versus Marvelous Marvin Hagler after being gone for 5 years type shit. Never being at middleweight, first fight at middleweight, being against Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Terence Bud Crawford never been a middleweight shit. The most he's been is super welterweight, and he was only there once. And he's fighting at 168 against one of the greatest super middleweights of all time, one of the greatest middleweights of all time, pound for pound, one of the greatest fighters of all time, reigning undisputed champion at super middleweight. That is unheard of, and that's something that Floyd...
Boxing commentator Showbiz the Adult offered a bold perspective, claiming Terence Crawford deserves to be ranked above Mayweather for one key reason. He highlighted Crawford's victory over Canelo Alvarez, stressing that Floyd, despite his greatness, would never have taken such a risky fight in the same way Crawford did. Showbiz points out that Crawford moved up in weight to face a dangerous opponent in his prime, while Floyd was far more calculated in choosing opponents and timing his fights. That risk factor, he argues, elevates Crawford's legacy beyond Mayweather's carefully managed career, a view that challenges the narrative of Floyd being untouchable in boxing history.
To start making comparisons with your legacy to Floyd Mayweather, how do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
You talk the talk and you sure walk the walk. Your confidence and aura is on another level. Could we see a run as a light heavyweight?
Nah, we ain't going out that much.
Now,
interestingly, Terence Crawford himself has grown frustrated with constant comparisons to Floyd Mayweather. He has made it clear he has no desire to fight Floyd, emphasizing that Mayweather had his time in a different era. Crawford insists this era belongs to him. and instead of looking backward, fans should appreciate the achievements he's creating today. He acknowledges Floyd's greatness, but maintains that legacies shouldn't overlap. In his view, the obsession with matching him against Mayweather is unfair, since Floyd has retired and passed his prime while Crawford is still carving out his dominance.
Crawford has the tools to beat him. He has the long arms. He switches lefty and righty, but Floyd with pinpoint accuracy, tremendous defense. I just think whoever at 147, that's tough. I don't know, a draw.
Okay, what about Oscar De La Hoya and Crawford at 54?
Oh man, Oscar was a hell of a fighter, man. I think they could beat each other, to be honest. I think Oscar could beat him. Oscar's a hell of a fighter. He got great jab, good footwork. Oscar was a tremendous fighter. I feel like people really overlook his resume. He's an Olympic gold medalist. That's the hardest thing probably to get.
Danny Garcia, a fighter who has faced top names himself, gave a diplomatic answer when asked who would win between Mayweather and Crawford. Rather than picking sides, Garcia suggested the bout would likely end in a draw. He explained that Floyd's defensive mastery, combined with Crawford's offensive adaptability, could cancel each other out in the ring. Garcia's opinion reflects the respect both fighters command, as many believe their talents are so evenly matched that even a hypothetical contest would not produce a clear winner. His statement added another layer to the already heated debate between fans of both champions.
Even though I've got serious personal differences with Terence Crawford, and I have ethical issues with Terence Crawford in the way that he negotiated certain things and certain things went down. However, at this point in his career, and I really believe since he's at 135 pounds, there's no questioning the greatness and how terrific a fighter he is. So after he beats Canelo Alvarez and becomes the undisputed champion in his third weight division, people start asking the question of whether or not he's better than Floyd Mayweather Jr. And I think that is a fair question. And the reason that I say that is because they're the same size. They're the same size. They fought by and large in the same weight classes, and dominated right after one another. Really, there was the period of Andre Ward in between them. I would love to throw Andre Ward in the conversation, but I don't think that the comparison is as clean and easy to make between Terence Crawford and Andre Ward as it is between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather Jr. Just again, because of the similarity in the weight classes that they fought in. So when Shane Mosley chimed in and talked about the two, my ears perked up. Perked up because if you recall, Shane Mosley was the one that gave Floyd Mayweather Jr. his most dangerous fight, without a doubt. His most dangerous fight, the one where Shane Mosley landed on Floyd Mayweather 2 times and rocked him in the first round. Shane was an older fighter. Floyd bared.
Former world champion Shane Mosley believes Floyd Mayweather's size will be his downfall against Terence Crawford. Mosley argues that while Floyd is technically brilliant, he's simply too small to withstand Crawford's power, reach, and versatility. He suggests that Mayweather's defensive approach could be neutralized by Crawford's ability to switch stances and control the ring with physical advantages. For Mosley, this is the key difference. Floyd thrived against fighters closer to his size, but against a naturally bigger and stronger Crawford, the gap will be too great. His comments highlight how size, not just skill, plays a critical role in fantasy matchups.
My Mount Rushmore. My Mount Rushmore is best boxers. Greatest is different. Greatest is impact. Now you're talking Floyd Mayweather, you're talking Muhammad Ali, you're talking, all those guys, Sugar Ray Robinson, everybody. But this is best. And sadly, when it comes to the heavyweight division, just by nature, the little guys are the better guys, okay? Not only are they better skill-wise, they have more opportunity to do greater things. Because they're small, they could go up weight classes, they can kind of test themselves more. The heavyweight division is at the top of the mountain, all right? So they're the badasses of the badasses. You kind of go up to them, but they can't push themselves up much. more, except for within their weight classes. They fight a very big guy.
Showbiz the Adult added nuance by addressing comparisons between Crawford and Mayweather. He noted that Crawford's victory over Canelo has sparked discussions about his legacy being equal to or even greater than Floyd's. However, he cautions against oversimplifying the debate, saying that legacies are complex and cannot be judged on one fight alone. While Crawford's win was historic, Floyd's career spans decades of dominance across multiple weight classes. According to Showbiz, comparing them requires a much deeper look at consistency, quality of opposition, and long-term influence on the sport. His balanced take acknowledges Crawford's greatness while respecting Floyd's established legacy.
To Floyd.
You know, man, I don't really want to compare them right now, Hans, if we seeing everything that's going on with Floyd and Roy. You know what I mean? And, you know, they competitive guys. Next thing you know, Bud and Floyd will be mad at each other, man, and wanting to fight because people is like putting them against each other. Let's just enjoy the moment. I don't know. It's a close fight. You know, it's things Floyd do better. It's things that Bud do better. But I'd rather not say, and I'm not going to just lie and just say nothing, like, and make up something just to, I got my opinion on, you know, how the fights would go, and, you know, but I think we should just let the man enjoy his great moment. He's a great fighter. And I see a lot of immature stuff, and I don't like the way things is going with Floyd and Roy. They two guys that a lot of the younger guys look up to, and they taking shots at each other in the media because of the who's better and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, I just want to see Bud enjoy his moment. And, you know, unfortunately, they didn't fight. You know, they could have made, they kind of two different eras, though. Even though they was fighting at the same time, Floyd kind of was doing his different thing over there with PBC, and Bud's a lot young, about 10 years younger than him. So it didn't happen, and we got to just live with it. You know what I mean?
Trainer Stephen Breadman, Edwards weighed in with a refreshing perspective. He advised fans and media to stop forcing comparisons and let Crawford enjoy his recent success. Breadman emphasized that Crawford's win over Canelo was a once-in-a-lifetime moment that should be celebrated without dragging Mayweather's name into it. He also criticized the immaturity he's seen in discussions where people try to pit fighters against each other unnecessarily. For him, Floyd is retired and shouldn't even be part of the conversation. Instead, the focus should be on Crawford's accomplishments and giving him credit without overshadowing them with endless debates.
I used to think that the size difference was too much, that Canelo Alvarez was like, man, how are they going to do this? He's 168, Terence Crawford's 147. But seeing what I've seen from Canelo Alvarez and seeing what I've seen from Terence Crawford, and while Terence Crawford didn't look great in his last fight, he looked awesome against Errol Spence. But to me, Terence Crawford is as good as they come. He's another all-time great. He's a legend. He's one of the best that I've seen from a pound-for-pound standpoint. But to me, Terence Crawford, he's older, but a lot less wear and tear. He turned pro in 2008. But he has 41 fights to his name. Canelo Alvarez has 63. Canelo Alvarez also has taken more shots, has been in more wars, quote unquote, whereas Terence Crawford was just beating everybody's ass for a very long time. And almost all of his fights have been one-sided. And two, I think Terence Crawford's going to beat him in September. I don't know how.
The boxing world remains divided, and the debate continues endlessly. Many fans argue that Terence Crawford would beat Floyd Mayweather because of the risks he's taken and the challenges he's overcome, particularly his move up in weight to defeat Canelo Alvarez. Others believe Floyd's undefeated record and defensive genius cannot be overlooked. The truth may be that both men are great in their own ways, representing different eras and different approaches to sport. This ongoing debate shows how much both fighters have impacted boxing, each leaving a unique legacy that continues to inspire arguments and admiration.
After Terence Crawford defeated Saul Canelo Alvarez to become the new undisputed super middleweight champion and achieving GOAT status of his era, a lot of people are wondering now, what could be the next step for Terence Crawford? And to be honest with you, there's a couple options. The great man himself did state a move to middleweight division could be his next step, and of course a certain someone caught wind of this. With this interview, Jana Beck posted this with two emojis with a thumbs up and an A-OK. And to be honest with you guys, I would love this matchup here. I mean, Jana Beck is one of the most feared and avoided boxers in the entire game today. And look, stylistically, this could be an absolute epic matchup. I mean, the boxing IQ and thunderous power in Jana Beck versus the GOAT himself. Who wouldn't want to see that? But of course, there are rumors that Carlos Adames could be Janabek's next opponent, and that could be a huge unification to see who's the top dog at 160. But after that, who knows, man? And of course, the next option could be the rematch between Saul Canelo Alvarez. And for me, I would absolutely love to see this. I mean, the first time round was absolutely amazing to see Terence Crawford achieve greatness. But to do it again, guys, who wouldn't want to see this? And to be honest with you, it could be even bigger than the first time round. Or option 3, in my opinion, could be retirement. I mean, what he's achieved in the game is absolutely unbelievable. Undisputed, not once, not twice, but 3 times, and defeating the guy, the man himself, Saul Canelo Alvarez, to achieve that. What more is there to achieve at this point right now, guys, honestly? But look, knowing Bud, I'm pretty sure retirement is out of the question. Well, at least for now. But after what he's achieved, no one can question what he decides to do next. And look, guys, for me, even if his next move is to go to middleweight, best believe I'll be there to watch it, guys. But guys, what's your thoughts about all this? And what do you think Terence Crawford should do next? Let me know.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.